Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I think I'm the only one in this room who understands what he's saying. Right? You see Danny laughing at you. It's good. You make people to laugh. In these days, especially in this Dergahı, so good. Yeah. You understand, Hassan, what he's saying? Huh? Are you sleeping? Huh? You have to be in that sleepy mode to understand this, because it's going. One good thing I like him when he said, ilm. He's watching me dealing with people, and he says he's learning from that. That is an ilm. Because in these days, people thinking ilm is only in Google, not even books anymore, Google. That is ilm. No more people taking ilm from people. No more people, they're taking ilm from people who are not on Google or reading books. They're just living. Then imagine what kind of ilm they are getting from Allah's creation, that Allah has put all of that ilm in His creation. Correct? Everywhere you turn, there is an ayat of Allah. So it's good that he's saying that, because it is. I'm watching my Shaykh for years. This is the thing, answering your question. How are you going to learn from that? You observe. You need to spend time. You need to be in sohbat. Sohbat is not just coming here once a week and then speaking. That is sohbat. That is one sohbat. But association with the Shaykh. Association with those who are in association with the Shaykh. Because you don't know when the ilm is going to, like they say in this country, when it's going to drop. Huh? We used to be just going around with our Shaykh as much as we can, because we don't know when he's going to open something up for us. We find it very funny when people who are attracted to secrets or to these visions or to these unusual things, which our Shaykh also have, he's showing us from time to time. But the people who are chasing after that, they get very disappointed. And our Shaykh will not open it up for them. But those who are just with him and observing him in different situations, when he is standing, sitting, lying down, literally, as Allah is saying, those who remember Allah much, standing, sitting, and lying down, in different circumstances, with different people watching him. And I used to find that the most unusual, the most amazing thing. Then I can see what he's speaking about in action. So he's saying, you know what Shaykh Efendi said, once you see the minaret, then you don't have to know what is there. You know that definitely there is a town there. Once you see a sign, the sign there, so then the whole thing is there. And he's saying, to get too much, to question too much, that kind of thing, it's shaitan will fool you. Yet at the same time, how do we know that we're reading it correctly? Are we understanding it correctly? You need to spend time with those ones. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying what? Be with the salihin. O believers, be with the salihin. What were the Sahaba Kiram doing? They were being with the Holy Prophet ﷺ. What were the murids doing? They were being with the Shaykh. Although, when the Dergah opened in what? 2001? 2002. I was with Shaykh Efendi, say 1996. Okay? And when the Dergah opened, there were very few people also there. Because with Shaykh Efendi, the way that he's teaching also, people come in waves. They come 20, 30, 40 people, and then something happens, everything will drop. 5 people are going to leave. Years passing, building up, it drops. It's like that. Different reasons for that also. So that time in 2002, there was a new crew who came in. And I've been there for some time. I don't consider myself that old, but he already made me a wakil back then. And I did not consider myself a murid until I moved upstate to the Dergah. And I didn't move upstate till what? maybe 7 years later. 7 years later. I didn't consider myself a murid, really, until I move upstate and until I'm experiencing the Dergah life. Nobody told me that. Shaykh Efendi didn't say, you're not murid, you're murid. He didn't say that. I know by myself, because one thing I have to say, I didn't go through war. I didn't go through too much experience, but I went through the military. I went through the army. And those who have gone through the military, those who have gone through the army, you understand the experience they teach you, you're not going to get anywhere else in the world. Okay? So you don't BS when you're in the army. What happens then? When you're in the army, you want to learn how to become a soldier, you definitely have to be trained. And that training comes, all group of people coming together. They make you to go through difficult times together. You eat, you drink, you sleep, you bathe, everything is together. And then you discover people. Discover who talks too much, who works, who doesn't work, who pretends, who doesn't pretend. You understand? Because it is only with the difficulty that you find out the true nature of the man. So it is only going through the difficulties in life, the difficulties that your Shaykh, the test that your Shaykh may put you through, that you discover more about yourself, more about your Shaykh, and more about the Dergah and your way. Coming once a week for a couple of hours doesn't cut it. Huh? It's like American style dating. Dating is different, a marriage is different, correct? You understand? So dating, no matter if you're dating yourself for years, 10, some America, 10 years, 20 years, they're dating. But once they know they don't want to once they get married, then very different things, the heaviness comes. And they say, we don't want that heaviness. So how are you going to know now that knowledge of reading the signs, knowing what is right and wrong? How are you going to learn that knowledge if that is a proper sign to read? Where do you learn that knowledge to read and to understand the meaning properly? And when you're going to learn the knowledge, that even before you read the signs, something will come to you and tell you, this is how it is. Of course, you are murid. Once you've taken bayat, certain things are going to open for you. But it's, one day is like this, one day is like that. It's not really stable yet, you understand? You know, you go through certain things, but when the connection is not that it's not strong, but it's not consistent. When it's not consistent like that, then you finish your battery very quickly. Sometimes you see something opening and you feel very light, but something immediately happens right after that to bring you down really low. So where can you find, my phone is not here, where you can find your battery is the same when you are plugging it in consistently. All right? So other than that, we cannot really speak too much in specifics. Yeah? And spend time. Spending time at the Dergah is one thing. To be traveling with your Shaykh is another thing. It's important. Then you're going to understand, because according to the different time, different place, different people, the sohbet also changes. And we used to like traveling. I didn't get too much chance traveling with Shaykh Efendi. Jarkas was traveling with Shaykh Efendi, Masood, a couple of other people also. And then it's different things open, because traveling is also a big sunnat. Very big sunnat. Traveling not for vacation, traveling for the sake of Allah. To find Allah when you're traveling. Where? Come on.